that again. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Hubcast. This is our 215th episode, and it is our first one after RTX. So we're getting back into the swing of things here. Good to be home. And as always, I am joined by my steadfast co-host, Cal Bulgarian. Say
Hello.
hi, Cal.
Hi, Cal.
And I'm trying to think of another adjective for rally, but my brain is failing me at this moment. So the fantastic and wonderful Rally Fox.
Hello.
And we have two special guests with us tonight. They are on to read the comic, but they are just so special that we want them here for the entire time. So we have
They are
Nadal.
completely different special than me.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. I think I'm a special kind of special.
Yeah.
You're not a very special kind of special. You're just normal special.
Hi,
But
people.
I'm J-Bar.
Okay, can I make a suggestion though? Can you switch the name on the Twitch stream so it doesn't say J-Bar and Annadelle because we combined them to one?
Janadel.
What?
There has been a lot of
No.
combinations of me this week.
Was it Jadel or Nanabar that we decided on?
I think Jadel. That sounds like a legitimate celebrity couple.
I can't remember because there was some DJ that responded to us because his name was one of them. And I was like, how the hell did he find out about us?
He's like, yeah, J-Dell. I was like, all right, guy.
That's really funny.
J-Dale, the number one DJ in Milwaukee.
That's a
I
big
think
city.
it was Mexico, but yeah.
Tijuana.
Do I want to what?
Do you want to go to Mexico with me?
No.
Oh. It's French.
All right. So we did the introductions. What
Yeah.
we talked first? RTX? That
Ooh,
wasn't there.
J-Bar, just getting down to business.
He's got a podcasting itch he hasn't had scratched recently.
What? Yeah, I haven't done no podcast in a minute. Well, R.I.P. Shadow.
So when is that coming back?
Well, are you talking about the Age Delay podcast?
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, Shadow got super busy, and we usually record at 2 or 3 in the morning, try to work around Shadow's schedule, and we want to usually grab a guest, our third person and everything like that. And that was kind of difficult to do for a while, so then we were just RIP Age Delay podcast, and then we thought we might be able to pick it back up, but Shadow got busy again. So now I think Noplex is taking it over, and he keeps asking me to do it with him and with other people, and I keep saying no because I think it's going to be dumb, and I don't really like to do dumb things, even though I'm a dumb person. So I keep denying the old man, so I imagine he's just going to do it without me. So maybe it'll be finally AGLA podcast without J-Bar. I've been on the AGLA podcast ever since it got started, and now I'm dead. So
Yeah, he asked me to replace you. I said, yeah,
What? He's going to replace me?
I am.
Yeah, okay. You can't replace me.
I don't know if I could listen to it without you.
See?
I can impersonate him. It's pretty easy.
Oh,
I speak like Jeeber.
Hey, don't laugh, Goose. You're on webcam. Just because you're making a noise. I can still
really
tell.
funny.
Your face is turning so red.
That sounds kind of like my impression of Cal.
Does.
and Simon.
Yeah, those two are very similar.
Cal. I am Simon.
I am Cal. I like to make puns and I don't pay attention to what's going on. Do, do, do. That's my Cal impression.
In your Simon impression?
Derp. Simon Cat floor. Ceiling. Floor. That's what I'm throwing him.
Yeah.
If the ASPCA is watching, I never throw my cat.
You're throwing your back out if you throw that cat.
Yeah.
Simon's a big boy. Yeah. He is an overweight cat.
Yes.
That
Hashtag
kind of bit, huh?
gamer tag right there. But yeah, I'd heard about this new podcast endeavor, and I knew Noplex was on it, and I think Rage said he would be on it, and there was somebody else, and I'm trying to remember who they had tapped for that. I don't know, but I've heard rumblings. I have not yet seen said podcast, but Gingy sent in the All About Grifball, All Things Grifball podcast. He sent that in last night, and I got edited and put out this morning. And by this morning, I mean
who were
this
his guests
afternoon.
this time?
So it was Gingy as the host, and then T-Rain was on it, and Killers.
How long
It was-
is that podcast?
Was it like the first one where it was like an interview with somebody?
No, it was more like the AGLA podcast.
Oh, okay.
So it was interesting.
Because they walked that line of where I was uncomfortable as a human being. I was uncomfortable, but I had to think of not of myself as a human being, but as an administrator. And if it really crossed that line, and they really just kind of tiptoed right along it, and I let it go. So I think I'm okay with it. I'm not entirely sure. But it's posted and it's out there to the universe. So I guess there's no
going
going
to take
back.
a look at that because I've walked that line a few times, and I think Goose has told me quite a few times that I've might have crossed it, and she's edited me
Jump
out.
back and forth.
So you leaped across that line.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think you know where
there's
the line is.
they were talking about a certain player, and I won't spoil anything, but a certain player who stepped away from Grifball to make his girlfriend happy, and then he sold his Xbox, and then his girlfriend dumped him. And the reaction, I think it was T-Rain, basically said, called the young lady a B word, and that you
Called her
should
beautiful.
never, if your boyfriend sells his Xbox for you, you should never leave him because that's how much he loves you. So it was right on that
Okay.
line of being respectful to women, but
If I sold our Xbox, you'd kill me.
yeah, and that's actually
Why
why
would
I
you-
let it go.
Why would he sell his Xbox?
Because his girlfriend was upset that he was spending so much time with it.
But why sell it?
To prove his devotion to her? I don't know. I don't understand. I mean,
That's just dumb.
You're not a teenage boy.
yeah, no, I've never been a teenage boy. I'm very glad to never have that experience. Because that's just
When I was
awkward.
a teenage boy, we didn't have Xboxes.
Nintendos?
No.
Atari?
Ataris?
Oh, we had Nintendos.
Pinball machines?
Ping pong paddles.
Yeah. He was playing. Riley was out playing stickball. He was
Yeah.
out with the boys in the yards.
That face,
playing
though.
stickball.
Oh, Ray says
Stickball.
also with Ava and Nets. So
Next
it'd
time his
be
planned podcast.
Nets, Eviant, Rage, and Noplex. That is
That sounds
the
awesome. I can't wait to listen to that. So much fun. I'm sure it'll get just as many hits as me and Shadow. I don't know, if not better. It's definitely going to be up there.
Well, what I want to know is who ended up winning between you and Shadow with the favorites.
Shadow did. Before last time we stopped, I think he had me by 3.
Do you think that's why he stopped?
What?
Maybe that's why he stopped.
Well, yeah, he's pretty much RIP soon enough because, as you know or watch on Twitter, he I think he won the LAN at RTX, right? And that was his last big goal. So now he's done with Grifball until Halo 5 comes out, right? I
Well,
think.
he did say that Maria will stay with him every year that he wins a championship. So he needs to keep winning the championships.
That's terrible.
Should
What are you doing? Are you molesting your mic or what?
Who? Nando? I'm not doing nothing.
That wasn't coming from you?
No, it's Nando.
I have to wear 2 headsets.
He has
Yeah.
2 headsets.
Headsets.
Translation.
At the same damn time.
One
You-
on each head?
Well, because I have to talk to my team, and then I also have to talk to you guys same time.
You don't have to talk to them. We're more important.
I don't have to talk to you guys either, but I choose to.
No, don't talk to your team. Just keep our audio on for them so
Yes.
that you're having a one-sided conversation with them. But
Oh my
actually,
god, that would be awesome. You know why you lost that, J-Bar? Because you didn't have me on the podcast.
No, yeah, our guests were pretty much they were in Shadow's favor. Shadow picked most of the guests. It was all set up. And most of the guests I usually didn't like anyway, so
Ouch.
You don't like most
J-Bar.
people.
Wow.
I was
besides Goose, I think she picked Shadow though, so then
Yeah.
pretty salty still.
J-Bar speaks the truth.
I flipped a coin. I couldn't decide.
It's terrible.
It's like choosing between
That's-
chocolate and chocolate. There's just no way to lose.
So J-Bar is correct that Easy as Pie did win at RTX.
Yes, they did. They won the headsets provided to us by Razer. So this is where we sing Razer's praises and say thank you so much for sponsoring our tournament.
Yay!
Yay, Razer! And they also won the Grifball Hub swag bag pack thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, by the time we gave out the swag bags, we were 100% out of Grift tees at the booths. We couldn't give them there. But once we open our store on the site, then all 4 of those players will get a free Grift tee of their choosing.
They're opening up a store?
They can choose the size too. They don't just get the 3XLs that we have left over.
You have 3 extra larges left over?
No, we have nothing left over. But the last thing we sold was a 2XL. So yes, and but yeah, I've apparently frozen on the cam.
Yep,
which is cool because I love Frozen, and that's like the best movie, and I love it.
Except you look like you're sitting with your eyes closed.
I look like Cal has me in pain.
Oh,
So it's a pretty good representation of our lives together.
Do you want to share my drugs?
What drugs do you have?
I have pain medication and muscle relaxers.
Ooh, those are fun.
Yes.
Only when prescribed by a doctor and used as prescribed.
Oh.
I'm just going to let that one sit there. All right, so yeah, we won't talk a lot about RTX because we did have a RTX kind of postcast that we did on Monday with, I think there were about 7 or 8 of us who were there, and that is posted to the hub so that you can check it out. And so we might bring it up a couple times, but if you want to know about our RTX experience, I would definitely check out that podcast. There was myself and Cal and Murr and Allie and Taco and Nana and Sam and Pete Cooper.
And yes, Pete Cooper.
Yes, so that was much awesome. What, Cal?
do you want to hang up?
Do I want to hang up? No.
Okay.
Should I hang up?
Yes.
Okay.
The Twitch stream looks laggy.
God. You know, he looks skinny, but he's super dense, and he just... Ugh.
Oh, shots fired.
It's the hair.
All
I
right.
really like the face Cal's giving me in that Frozen webcam. Though. Your webcam works now.
Oh, good. I'm very excited about that.
Well, no, Cal's webcam worked. Now yours works too.
Yay!
Just so you know, that's completely mean to make me run from my Xbox to my computer to just answer a call.
Oh, let's do it again.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you playing right now, Nanners?
Grifball game?
What team is it?
I don't pay attention to teams. I know like the Ways and Means Committee. I know Green Army Junior and Senior, and that's like that's it.
Name one of the players that you're versing right now.
I don't even. They might be a sub. I don't know.
Just select and name
who's
a
on
person.
who's on your team?
I don't know.
Is Hancho even there?
No, Hancho's not here. He's at his son's birthday party.
Aww.
I had
So
to
like
play.
Tuna subs in and Nav is subbed in.
I played Nanadell's team while he was at RTX, and Hancho wasn't at the AGLA game either. So I was tweeting Nanadell the whole time while I was running the ball. It was easy to see.
Tweeting me.
It's like you would play when I wasn't there. Like you're damn right.
So wait, is that a playoff game?
No,
Oh God, no.
he's not making playoffs. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
We are like 2-15 right now.
I know we're like going to start the GGL soon. That would make me think that AGLA was in playoffs and almost done.
Yep. Well, the AGLA is in week 5 right now. We actually streamed. We had 2 games last night that were quite a lot of fun to commentate. I commentated, as did Taco. So Nuclear Taco 42 joined me, and he did a fantastic job. Especially because I could say things like, Taco, as a captain or as somebody who plays in the AGLA, can you explain X, Y, and Z? And it went really, really well. He did a great job. But the games were, let's see here. For the pro, it's Vital Signs versus Retroactive, which Retroactive won 8-1, I believe. And then for the Ami game, it was, oh, come on, memory. Where did you go? It was 2 teams, one of which beat the other. That is
Quality reporting.
Wrecking Crew is one of them. Versus Supernova. There we go. Hey, I did it. Supernova won that game. So they continue their undefeated streak. And again, as I mentioned, there's a, I don't know if we were still casting or not, but the All About Grifball podcast by Gingy with guests Killers and T-Rain is up right now, and they dive very deep into the AGLA, and they even discuss some of the GGL as well. They make their predictions about the player awards and the team awards and who they think is going to take it all. So if you need to get caught up on the AGLA going into playoffs, that podcast is a nice little hour snapshot of what is going on.
Hey, wasn't Gingy saying if he won the thing at RTX, you'd have to go into the bid league?
No.
He said
but he wasn't.
If he won the GGL championship, Goose would have to go into the bid league.
Oh, I thought he said it was if you won the RTX thing, and then I was like thinking, I never saw Gingy anywhere.
No, Gingy wasn't at it. Killers was there, so he were there, but not Gingy.
Oh, okay. My bad.
We were shorted Ginger, which made me sad, but...
So we all excited for the GGL championship game on Sunday?
Super stoked!
Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
The GGL championship game?
Yes.
Yep, for the last season.
Wow, that took a long time.
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks late.
Blame RTX.
Or blame the teams.
Blame the teams.
I would blame the teams.
Who's playing?
Piece of Cake versus Natural Selection.
Let's go Piece of Cake!
And it's funny because the captains are messaging me saying, hey, I know the championship game is being completed after signups close. How do I sign up my team while still having my roster from last season intact? And we're like, I've never had this problem before. But yay, it's getting played.
Easy as pie. Easy as pie.
Is not playing.
Who's on what team? Because everybody, they keep changing their names, so I don't know who's on what.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Yeah, it's much easier just to think of them as the captains. You know, you Digital Pain plus the old Easy as Pie versus Natural Selection, which is Gingy's team.
Okay.
Woo! Piece of cake.
But apparently Watch It All's coming back next season.
I saw that.
Crusader's back.
I was awestruck by that.
Crusader's back?
Apparently.
Back again.
Crusader was never gone. He just stopped playing in the leagues.
Didn't he go to school or something like that?
Yeah, but alright, he's on League of Legends more than me and Nanadel. So he might be at school, but he's still gaming nonstop, and then he gets on for custom games on his Satyr account, which he doesn't want anyone to know about for whatever reason. Plays Grifball all the time too. So, you know, he's fake dead.
Fake dead. Okay.
I get the feeling when people just fade away and don't say anything on the forums, then sometimes they actually go away for good. Yes. But when people make a grand announcement, like a goodbye cruel world type thing, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, they'll be back in a season or two.
I think I did the best goodbye post ever.
What was your goodbye post, and when was this?
I don't know. It must have been like a year ago, and and y'all believed it too. I thought it was really funny until you got to the very end.
Back in 04, back when Rowley had to head out west. He was like, I'm crossing the old Missouri River. I don't
talk like that.
This is when you were a 19th century prospector.
Oh.
Can we move on?
Yes,
how did that
please.
work out?
So Ellie says the Hop Bikini guys are coming back too.
Woo!
PPH is joining back up.
They've come back multiple times and they get wrecked and then go away again. So it's exciting for them to come back. It's going to give people easy wins. I'm excited.
Rage says Gingy is rejoining the Hop Bikini guys.
That'll be the dumbest decision of his life. Go for it, Gingy.
Wow.
Hey, he worked with them.
Didn't I saw something? Someone like, was it him or no? Never mind. It was Determined posted in the chat box yesterday. I think that he wants to play for the worst possible team he can play for.
Ways and Means
Are we
Committee.
getting
We do have.
No, you guys picked up Aaron. You're good.
Yeah, we've got MLG Implicit decided to join our team. We somehow bamboozled him into joining.
Gave him free stuff.
No. I don't like your tone, Nanadel.
Sorry.
He always sounds like that.
I feel confident to bring tones up when I'm far away.
Oh, see. Yeah, if only Cal had learned that lesson on the Grifball panel.
What? And see, there comes a point where the humor of something can outweigh the niceness of something, and that makes it okay to say because it's really, really funny.
And you haven't learned when to do that.
You cracking a joke in front of thousands of people that I can't score the bomb is somehow funny?
Yes.
You didn't do the... Did you do the instant comeback, but neither can you?
Leo did, actually.
Yeah, because on the panel, Goose said that she wants a special explosion that happens whenever she scores the ball.
Just me.
And I said, I don't think 343 would devote that much time and resources to something that nobody would ever see.
Oh.
And Goose was like, oh, does that mean I never score the bomb? And Leo from the audience was like, this means Cal's never scoring again.
You know, the Cal comment's worth that for the retribution from Leo in the audience.
Yeah.
Well, he's a doctor, so doctor's orders. Sorry.
That's really funny.
Never again.
What?
All right, yeah.
Never again.
Never again.
All right, so moving on. GGL signups are open. Yay.
Yay, signups.
Open through Friday, so that's tomorrow night. So everyone has about 4 hours left to sign up.
Well, by the time this is posted, which it will hopefully be posted on Friday, you will have less than that.
I think there are a couple teams that are going in the veteran division who have not yet signed up, because I think we only have 8 or 9 of those right now. So if you'd like to play in the veteran divisions, please sign up. It doesn't look like we'll be able to easily divide teams into most experienced and least experienced right now for the veteran divisions. So everybody might have a turn playing Watch and Awe. Yeah, that'll be fun for everybody.
Achievables.
But, you know, Watch and Aw's got to play somebody. They can't just play themselves.
They can play with themselves
every week.
They can play with themselves.
It's 4v4. Just 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the other divisions will be... if you're a captain for the veteran division, you'll be hearing from me very shortly to get the schedule in place. And that's something we'll be working on via email between me and the captains from Saturday through next Wednesday. So make sure you know when your team can play, know if there's any dates that your teammates cannot play, especially upcoming EGLA games during the first 2 weeks of the GGL season, in case your teammates play in the pro or amateur circuit. You know, we'll have to know that we can't play GGL games that night because we're in another league. But we'll be working with that with captains over the next few days. And then the GGL, we will kick off next Monday. So about 4 days from now, when our first games will be. Including the first games for the Ways and Means Committee.
Oh.
Yep.
We should probably tell Aaron.
Yeah, probably.
Exciting.
Yep. I'm so excited.
You sound excited.
Another GGL season.
Yep. Hey,
You don't sound excited at all.
this is the last one that's going to be purely on the Xbox 360.
That is true.
So our next GGL signups will be in November.
That is very...
And then we're going to do the Master Chief Collection one.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll probably have groups for people who want to play in the 360 and groups for people who want to play on the Xbox One.
Too bad they're not like cross-compatible. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
But...
but hey, we get dedicated servers on the new one.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
So now people have to come up with a new reason for why they lose.
Teammates, still it's going to be teammates.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to blame the dedicated servers.
Although it was really interesting at RTX to see who was even better on LAN
Yes.
and who was not quite as spectacular on LAN.
Can we do a shout out to the one guy that lagged out on LAN?
Oh yeah.
Dark.
What? Someone lagged out on land?
Yeah, Pop-Tart's team still lagged out on LAN.
Yep. Yeah, Dark managed to hit the button on his Xbox and reset it
Yep.
during one of the tournament games.
Wow.
So yeah, that was pretty funny because they were playing against Green Army Junior, and that was, you know, they managed to lag out even on LAN.
That's really funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, I just saw Obi Jeff in the chat box, and it reminded me that tomorrow night, so Friday evening, from I think it's 9 to 11 Eastern, is our community mixer with the PMS clan.
Yes.
So we're going to be playing Grifball for those 2 hours, and I think we're either doing interview style stuff in the lobby beforehand or while we play. I'm not quite sure on the details quite yet. But everybody is welcome to attend. So whether you are a member of the PMS or / H2O clan, or if you are a Grifball Hub community member, you are welcome to come out tomorrow night to have some lulls with the PMS and H2O community.
Have some lulls with hammer and some balls.
Balls.
When is it again?
Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what time is it?
9 p.m. Eastern on Friday.
And what day?
That would be Friday, July 11th.
And what time on Friday?
9 p.m. Eastern time.
And what day is this thing at 9 p.m.?
Friday.
And who is this with?
The PMS and H2O.
I swear to God, Cal.
Oh,
I don't even know what he's talking about at this point.
It's Friday, goddammit.
What are you
9
talking
p.m.
about?
Eastern. PMS clan.
Wait,
H2O. Come out and have some fun.
Will
Hey,
there be
what-
pizza?
No.
what does the P stand for?
Cookies and juice boxes? Rally Fox, you promise. Please.
They're in the mail.
What-
You have to earn it first, though. I mean, you can't just show up and just get them. You've got to perform.
So what does the P stand for
The P.
in PMS? What does the P stand for, Goose?
I think Nanadel should take this one. I think Nanadel
Nope.
needs to take this.
I am not getting involved in another comic.
What do you mean? You
Okay,
already have.
maybe J-Bar. Do you want to explain to Cal what it stands for?
What's the P stand for?
Bar doesn't know anything about that kind of
P?
stuff.
In what?
PMS.
Oh, physical.
Physical?
Physical?
Okay. And
It
what's the
sounds
M?
like an F, but it starts with a P. I looked it up once. I promise.
Was it
Okay.
a pop-up book?
You're right. And what's the M?
Oh, the M?
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Physical, mandatory.
I don't want to know what the S stands for.
This is getting interesting.
What does the S stand for?
Synergy?
Physical mandatory synergy.
That is the name of this podcast. Hold on. Physical, mandatory synergy. Look at J-Bar.
So I think when the
I think
remember when you used to have a Grifball team of PMS girls?
Yes, Team Omega.
I think that's what, if they had another team, that's the name should be. Physical mandatory synergy.
Yeah.
I think I saw them in concert when in high school.
Oh my god.
I remember there just being a haze of smoke everywhere.
So, what PMS actually stands for is Pandora's Mighty Soldiers, although little known fact, before it was Pandora's Mighty Soldiers, it stood for Psychotic Manslayers.
I wish
And
they kept that.
they decided that was a little too aggressive and changed it back.
I
That's
like
more badass. I like it.
I like the Manslayers better.
But then they added
Did they mean that they're psychotic and they're manslayers, or they just kill psychotic men?
You know, the hyphens and grammar was not clear, so it's hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Up for interpretation.
Exactly. Look at J-Bar
Right.
dropping these multiple syllable words. It's amazing.
What
I
did
got
he say?
clapped out.
He must have
Interpretation?
slept this morning.
Is that like mozzarella sticks?
No, don't. You're gonna make me rage on the podcast.
The realistics.
That's got to be in a comic. Mozzarella sticks.
But yes, so tomorrow night, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, come out, have a community game night that with the Hub and the PMS clan. We'll be playing Smashy Halo, and it will be lots of fun.
All right.
And, other community stuff going on is right before we aired the Hubcast, I was on Podtacular with Duststorm and Drunken Halo, and I always want to call him Beowulf, and I know that's not...
That was close.
It's... Right? I mean, Beowulf. There we go. Not Beowulf. Beowulf. And we were talking about RTX, and that was a lot of fun. So that will be released soon, too. So there's just tons of podcast stuff for your ears, because you'll have the Hubcast, you'll have the All Things Grifball podcast, you've got the Podtacular podcast, and coming out at about 3 a.m. our time, but normal time for the Euros, is the latest Tiki's Take podcast.
We had 2 Hubcasts this week, too.
We did.
Does Tiki, do they do theirs live, or they just record it and send it in?
As far as I know, they recorded. I think they tried it live. I don't know if they're still doing it
Yeah,
live.
I don't think they stream it.
But it's Tiki. This week it's Tiki, Giblets, Germanicus, and Cannibal Cake. talking about all matter of European relations.
That's got to be interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
Speaking of European relations, Germany's in the World Cup finals.
Woo!
Are you cheering
For what?
Are you cheering for Argentina?
I'm cheering for the goalkeepers.
Are you cheering for the good Pope or the bad Pope?
So, Argentina beat the was Denmark, Belgium,
No, Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, one of them countries, one of them tiny countries.
Went to
They're the orange one, right?
Yes, with Robin and Van Persie. Yeah.
That's oranges as far as I got.
That's okay. But yeah, so that's Sunday. That's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to burn down the forums, that'll be a good time because I'm not moving.
So it's Sunday afternoon, right? Like 3 or so?
1
Eastern? 1 Eastern?
1 Eastern. So there you go, Shad. There's your chance, buddy. And, but other than the World Cup, we've got...
Well,
were you going somewhere with that, Cal?
No, I just wanted to mention that because people are interested because we've been talking a lot about soccer the last few weeks. Yeah. Well, other sporting events. I created a thread in the forums today asking people what other shows they would like to see on our Twitch channel.
I want to see GRL streamed.
Yes, I discussed that with Rally, and it sounds like that's a definite possibility.
Because it got a shout out at the Grifball panel. Somebody came up and asked the question of what Grifball Hub's stance is on other communities kind of making their home there. And, I brought up the GRL, and he asked if that was coming back, and I told him it's not a no.
You told him turn into the camera and say, Rally, bring back the GRL.
And then he did, and here we are.
I saw that live.
Oh, good. Oh, that's exciting.
I saw it on the big TV because I have the Twitch app open on the Xbox downstairs.
So you got your shout out.
It was very dark though. The whole thing, I was like, can't even see Taco in there. And then I was texting Nanners and I go, can you see the podium? It's got a face on it. And he's like, I can't see it. It's on the other side. And the podium next to Cal had a face on it.
Yes, it was an unamused face.
You didn't like his puns.
Yeah, no one does.
Hey.
But yeah, so if you can think of something that you would like to have streamed on the Hub channel, we're looking for another Wednesday night Griff Brawl kind of thing with commentary and whatnot.
Yeah,
or
I said in the post that there's a couple of best practices that we've learned about Twitch channels and Twitch, broadcasts that pretty much every single top streamer agrees that these are the things you must do to have a successful channel.
Yes.
One is to have a set schedule so that people know when you're going to be streaming.
Yes.
Just popping on and streaming whenever you feel like it isn't a great way to have followers because they need to make time in their schedule to watch you. And it's much easier if they know that, you play every Wednesday evening at 9 or you stream every Thursday evening at 10. It's much easier for people to follow you. So the kind of shows we're looking for our channel would be shows where people can commit to doing it each and every week.
Another best practice is to have a webcam.
Yes, to have a webcam and have clear audio so you can interact with your audience so that they feel like you're watching and listening and actually talking to them.
So pretend to care. That's what we do.
Pretend.
See, Riley?
I care.
I care.
Yeah, that's Riley's I care.
Don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Don't give a shit.
I care. I care about J-Bar even though he doesn't care.
See, I'm going to show how this works. I'm going to interact with the audience right now. I'm going to say that, hi, Rage. You are in the chat box. And I thought of you while I was at RTX because there was a t-shirt that had 2 red pandas just kind of hanging out. Or rather, it had 2 pandas that were sitting there chewing on some leaves. And then there was a red panda in a panda suit that was hanging out with them. And I tweeted at you saying, hey, send me your size and I'll buy you one. And you never got back to me. So that's my engagement with Rage.
I've got a better one.
Okay.
I'll use Rage again, too. Rage, you're going to be in next week's comic. Wait. I'm just kidding.
So is it my turn? Like, hey, Rally, I thought about you all RTX, and I sent you like 300 freaking pictures.
That's not that's the truth.
Many of them were not safe
And
for work.
J-Bar lived through my Twitter feed, too.
Yeah.
What's Rage? Has Rage been in your comments before?
No, he hasn't. But he has asked.
Is he going to have like a little,
I love the chat box.
Is he going to have like a little
Woo!
red tail?
No!
He should have a red panda tail.
Well, we got to make sure that it's different than Rally's tail because we don't want to get Rally and Rage mixed up.
That's true.
I told him if I draw him in there, he's going to have to be delivering a pizza.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yep. So yes, some of the other ideas that I mentioned in that thread in the forums about new shows to the channel, GRL obviously I think would be great if that's coming back and is going to be streamed every week. If there's any speedrunners in the community, like perhaps Pro Ace Joker or Knockyard
or Lamb Chop.
Lamb Chop do Halo? I thought he just did Sly Cooper and other stuff. Well, if he does Halo, yeah. I mean, that would be cool if we have Grifballers, running through campaign levels. Or, we could have other podcasts or type shows where people go more in-depth about the week's games, which I think would be pretty cool, because we only touch the surface here on the Hubcast. But people,
I always wondered why we not necessarily us, but there wasn't more interviews, like individual player interviews, like live type stuff,
During
not like that. Well, no, I mean like just in general for
I think that
was like. Because we'd have we've done for years it's like and everybody does send the paper interview out and they just kind of fill it out whatever. But like I remember when it was years ago, Goose used to do like a live interview and record it with people. Because I remember when Green Army Junior, back when I was on that team, we did one.
Yeah, and then I did an interview with the Hot Bikini guys, and it ruined me for life.
You did it. You did a couple things last year. I think you called it like 9 rounds with Goose. We had a one-on-one interview with the Grifballer of the month.
I think I did that.
We did that like 2 or 3 months. I would love to see a show like that, and we would definitely, that would be a top contender to be put on the Hub channel.
That's something like J-Bar would be good at.
I mean, are we talking? Would it be live?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Even if it was recorded, you could just add it in or put it.
Right. I mean, because
that would be
cool. Me to ask the questions? Is that what you just said?
Oh my god! I think you would be the best person to do individual interviews. I think that would be hilarious.
Especially if you pair me up with people who would probably be uncomfortable talking to me. It'd be great.
Oh my god! I would listen and watch every week.
Yeah, I think that would be an amazing show to put on if it's like, hey, every Monday evening, it's 9 rounds with J-Bar. Sit him down. He's interviewing somebody new from the Grifball community every week. It's like that Inside the Actor Studio guy.
Yes.
It would be like Keeping It Real with J-Bar.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What?
It'd be like, he's not
Grammar
afraid to
lessons
ask
with
the tough
Annabelle.
questions or something like that. Every time you talk Nanners, all I see is that Mango
face.
Yeah,
I love it, right?
It just makes me sad.
I know.
I'm just like, oh, Mango, he's sad at everything you say.
I was saying though, he's like my Jiminy Cricket though. Like I do something stupid and I look at my phone to see what time it is or something, and I see that face, and then I start feeling bad about everything I've done all day.
Mango does not approve.
Lamb Chop is just a name between 2 goats.
Between 2 goats.
Yep.
Or between 2 puppets.
Yeah, that too.
I'm guessing it's a play on Between 2 Ferns.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
That got nominated for an Emmy.
Between 2 Ferns?
Yep.
Wow.
It was the episode with Obama.
Well, I think that
Obama almost has an EGOT.
So I think that the trouble for J-Bar is, if I remember right, that J-Bar doesn't have a webcam and he doesn't have streaming capabilities on his own.
I do have a webcam. I wouldn't put the work into streaming myself. I'm lazy. Just being honest.
It's actually our benefit, so we don't have to see him.
Exactly.
Well, to stream a show like this, you wouldn't need a capture card. You would just need to use your computer.
Boom.
If you don't have Grifball gameplay on there, if it's just you sitting down and chatting with somebody,
you don't have to be shy.
I'll do it if you set up the first interview with Activate. I'll do at least 10 more after that, as long as the first one is with Evan.
Do not agree to that. Do not.
Why not?
All I'm picturing is that old Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell, where I can't think of the name. He impersonated some guy that always interviewed actors, and he just talked really stupid and monotone.
James Lipton?
I don't know.
I want iced tea.
Yes. All right, so let's move on. What else we got tonight?
Well, there's Grifballer of the Month.
There is Grifballer of the Month for last month of June.
Yeah.
We're all about that.
There are a lot of nominees. There's a lot of nominees every month nowadays.
Well, it's because you nominate 15 people by yourself.
Well, it's because there's that many people doing outstanding stuff. If people would stop being awesome, there wouldn't be so many candidates on the ballot.
I wish you'd nominate me just once.
And then what would I do with your votes?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I was a bit surprised by the winner this week, not because he doesn't deserve it, but because, well, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it very much. Because he was not somebody that I nominated, not somebody that Cal nominated. So this is really a pure community nomination here. And I guess he can just add it to his award wall because the winner is Ace Be Silent.
What? What do you do?
Oh, really?
I think, if I remember right, he was nominated for hosting.
He does a lot of neutral hosting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not because he does a lot of talking.
So yeah, I was going to say maybe the first interview with J-Bar should be with the winner of Grifballer of the Month, but I don't really know how well that would work considering it's...
Well, Ace is on my team in AGLA, and I do most of the talking, and he usually communicates back with like soundboards, and then eventually he'll hum or he'll sing, and then every so often, like 2% of the time, he'll actually say something. But yeah, that's not very helpful. I mean, every 5 seconds is gonna be a frog noise or a horse neighing or something.
I have this image now of Rage as C-3PO and Ace as R2-D2 going. Well, Ace says that.
What's your language?
That's really funny. Oh, poor Rage.
So congratulations to Ace Be Silent, your June Grifballer of the Month.
Yay!
Whoop!
Hey.
And other than that, I think we covered pretty much everything that was on the list. But there were a couple other things that I wanted to tackle. One of which is the comic. Oh my gosh, that was the wrong button. But yeah, so the comic and our dramatic reading. This is where Rally takes over.
We can do it right now. That's fine. I don't.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't have any talking bits in there, which,
So Rally, what was your inspiration for this particular work of art?
It was it 2 weeks ago? I had to go back and look for it on.
Pretty
on
sure
Twitter.
it was like the week before RTX. So
yeah, and Nanadel and J-Bar were talking on Twitter as they seem to do a lot of lately. I think Nanadel has replaced Shadow for J-Bar. They're like new best friends, and as I like to do, I just kind of butted into the conversation somehow. And yeah, that's it's kind of fun that way.
You're like Shanzi, except for you talk, you don't favorite stuff.
Yes,
ridiculous.
Sean does. I've actually posted stuff just to see how fast Sean will favorite it, and it's pretty impressive how fast it's within 5 seconds. It's like bam! It's like Sean Cargill has favorited. I'm like, whoa, Sean!
I think he's got notifications set up for each and every one of us.
He must. I've had him favorite stuff of mine at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get to work and I'm flipping through my phone, waiting to punch in, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, because I do a lot of the stuff I blip, paint and do miniature stuff I do, and I favorite stuff, and some of the really cool stuff, I retweet it, and it's like Sean Cargill, favorited your. I was like, Sean, go back to bed.
Well, he does. He gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go do insane, go run up mountains and stuff. So
yeah, he's weird. So, anyways, they were having J-Bar and Nana were having one of their I don't know what you want to call it, their little love spats, and I don't remember. Somehow I just ran with it, and it's basically what's in the comic.
You just started making stuff up. There was a base, and then you just
I remember the tweet that started it.
What was the tweet that started
sick
it?
Kind of fan fiction. The Puppet Master behind the freaking thing is just oh yeah, oh this is where we're going with it now. Oh, it's comic. What the fuck just happened?
That was the stamp of approval.
I don't know. After Rally's drawn 93 comics, eventually there's going to be slash fiction.
What was the one tweet that started it? You remember, Josh?
What it was? So it started a couple of weeks ago. Me and J-Bar play League of Legends, and he plays with some people I normally don't play with. and they were trying to like pick on me or something. I don't remember what it is. And I was like, look, guys, I don't even pay attention to you. When I hear my name, I start listening. But other than that, you're just like background noise. And then they're like, oh shit, and Nanadel has like a backbone. And then that's when J-Bar was all like, I don't really like you, Nanadel. It's just you're not a bitch. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or what is that. And then so like the next day I tweeted it out to J-Bar as a joke, and then Rowley's like, comic.
Just like that.
All right, well, why don't we dive right in? Nanadel and J-Bar, are you guys ready for your dramatic reading?
I can.
Yes.
Question?
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Don't shortchange the emotion either, guys. Come on, put your heart in it.
All right, you want some heart? I'll give you.
I want feelings.
I have to scroll to it. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Who starts off first? Me.
Yeah.
You read from the left to right. Go left to right.
Well, his blurb was higher than mine, so I thought maybe he talks first.
No, you go first.
What? All right. So, Nanadel. Ever since Shadow went dead, I need a new best friend.
Wow, J-Bar, I'm touched. I didn't know you felt that way.
No. It's not like that. I like you or anything. It's just that you're not really a bitch.
Someone needs a hug.
No. Don't you fucking touch me, Nanadel.
But J-Bar, we're all alone right now. It's okay to express your true feelings.
Hey, look over there. There's Cal.
Where?
Oh. And I thought Shadow was a little weird.
J-Bar, if you want to be secret BFFs, I'm okay with that. But I'm still going to need that hug.
Fuck it. Nobody's looking. Give me a hug, big guy. Hey, Nanadel, get your hands off my booty.
It's fair game. Just ask Cal.
J-Bar.
Why did I talk about Shadow after that? Like, what? I didn't understand that part. I got confused in the middle of the comment.
So yeah,
like it.
J-Bar texted me earlier, like, what the hell is up with this comic? I don't understand it. And I was like, it's all based on that tweet and all that. And he's like, okay. And I was like, with a little Halo CE legendary ending going on right there.
Perfect.
It was beautiful. Well done, guys. Very well done. That was really J-Bar with the ad-libbing. That was, you really brought the essence of J-Bar to life.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I mean. He types it up, and I can't read that. So I was just like, all right, you want feeling? I'll read it how I would say
J-Bar
it.
don't read, J-Bar do.
That's the I kept thinking, what would J-Bar say? And I thought, no, I can't put that.
Nothing.
Speaking of the legendary ending to Halo in this touching scene, folks are speculating about who Agent Locke is in Halo 5. Like there's this new character that's hunting Chief and all that. And so people, Sam was telling us that there are people in Waypoint forums coming up with even wilder and wilder theories about who this character is. Like, it's Johnson's child, or the Agent Locke must be related to Miranda Keys, or must be related
Locke
to Halsey.
I get it.
Yeah. And so Mango came up with a theory that Agent Locke is the love child between Johnson and the Elite from the end of Halo 1.
And then he made that face that Nanadel has his profile picture.
That was the face at Cards Against Humanity, which was a great night.
It was a good time.
Looks like he's having a great time.
Well, so we've touched on everything except for one last little piece that Cal wanted to talk about 2 weeks ago, but Rally wasn't here, and it was like a special thing between Cal and Rally. So he actually reminded me, it's been about 4 weeks since he read this article that he wanted to discuss, and he's remembered it, and so it's that important to him, Rally. So, Cal, why don't you talk about, there's this a Polygon article?
Yeah, there was an article on Polygon that saying that Destiny got its rating from the ESRB. It was rated T for teen, which struck the editors at Polygon as peculiar because Destiny is a game that is Halo crossed with Borderlands. It has just as much violence and as mature a storyline as Halo does, in the sense that there's a lot of shooting and a lot of blowing up, aliens, but there's not really sex and drugs and harsh
Rock and
language in the dialogue or anything. But Halo still gets a mature rating. And so they were asking, has the definition of a mature game really changed in the last 15 years when Halo was first given an M rating? And should Halo really be rated teen nowadays instead of mature? Because you have games like Watch Dogs and Grand Theft Auto, which are much more mature in the subject matter it covers than Halo or Destiny is. And so, Riley, I wanted to ask you as a new parent, what do you think, and what are you going to be looking for when Marcus wants to start playing video games?
So, I mean, are you asking me if I think the ratings are correct now, or
Yeah, do you think there's a big difference between an M for Halo and an M for Grand Theft Auto, or do you think there should be a difference?
Mind you, I haven't played. I'm assuming Grand Theft Auto is probably roughly the same as the original, because I haven't played any. The last one I played was Vice City, and that was 15 years ago. Well, it's a while ago.
Have prostitutes and do drugs.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Having played stuff like Call of Duty and Halo, there's a lot of violence and shooting and killing things and stuff. And I mean, if you compare it to say like a war drama movie or something like that, that's going to get an R rating. I would say, going on those kind of guidelines, with my son, I mean, I think I would have to see it first, really, to kind of get a feel for exactly what we're looking at. But something like, I would say, because of because it touches on some mature rated things, like you're obviously running around killing things like that, so you want them to understand that it is just a game. But something like with Grand Theft Auto that's got I don't really know how to word it. I would rate Grand Theft Auto. I would give it I don't want to say a harsher rating, like more of an adult rating than just mature. Because when I was I was growing up. My dad was a Marine, or he had been a Marine. He served in Vietnam and all that stuff. So when I was growing up, I was exposed to a lot more stuff like movies and history and stuff about the military. With what? Oh, my wife just walked in, and yeah, that wasn't not where we're going. Anyways, so I think at a younger age I had a better grasp on stuff like that than maybe the average person, and kind of knowing the difference between some of the stuff I'm seeing and what we were doing, as opposed to something like Grand Theft Auto, where you're kind of portraying say a guy in regular society running around doing bad things, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like when I look at stuff like something like Halo, I don't really think of it as like realistic violence, I guess. I mean, just because it's like a science fiction setting, and when you look at something like, I don't know, Call of Duty or something more like Grand Theft Auto, it's they rate differently to me, and so I would say, I would let my son play something like Halo or Call of Duty, probably long before I would let them play something like Grand Theft Auto.
So the violence isn't as much of a concern as adult situations like
the context,
pornography, and because
right.
Okay, because I get Halo. One thing that I've always liked is that you're shooting aliens, and that you never actually shoot humans.
Even when you're the Arbiter, you're not fighting humans.
And then and if you do shoot humans, you get in a lot of trouble. Whereas Call of Duty, the whole point is to shoot humans. Does that rise to the level of difference for you, or is it more just like you said, the kind of the context of what Grand Theft Auto is?
It really is a context thing, because it's like to take like recent Call of Duty, when they had, I don't know which one it was. Nanners could probably help me out. The one where they had the airport scene where you're the Russian guys and you just run and start.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, it was kind of like, there was like a big outrage about the whole scene in general and why it was even in there, what you're doing. And I played through it and I thought, okay, I'm not going to go and just start shooting up an airport. It really kind of, I could see the point of what they were trying to do, But at the same time, there really wasn't a point to having the whole scene in there. It didn't really accomplish anything other than setting up the actual end of that scene. So I mean, it comes down to context because like if you sit there and you say, say if it was in a Call of Duty thing, and you're basically trying to stop the bad guys that are trying to end the world, and that's why you're shooting, another human or whatever. It's different than if you're running around just trying to shoot people in the head just to be basically just trying to cause, be like an evil person.
Okay.
Another thing I was thinking of too is how this relates to movies. And I was just thinking of like the movie The Dark Knight, the one with Joker.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would let my child play Halo long before I would let them even watch that movie. Just because that movie is so intense.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Even though Halo is rated M for mature, like 17 up, and The Dark Knight is rated PG-13. So according to the ratings, The Dark Knight is more, child-friendly, more friendly for 13-year-olds than Halo is. But in my mind, I would think that Halo is something that is more appropriate for a 13-year-old than that movie is.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, like context. And like I said, a lot of that stuff I would have to see it first. I mean, if I could see it and go, oh, that's pretty tame. That's not, what I would consider, mature rated or whatever, then, have at it. And at the same time, you still want to, play some sort of supervisor or supervise them, what's going on. You don't want them just, running amok.
Yay, responsible parenting.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes back to like when I was at a this was I don't know how many years ago. I was at a GameStop, picking up a game or trading some games or whatever, and there was a guy there in front of me, or I think it was a mom, and she had her 2 kids, and I swear the oldest wasn't 10, and it was just like the kids were just going nuts over, I don't know, they're buying Call of Duty or something like that, and they're little kids, and the mom had no idea what they're buying. And the GameStop kid's like, oh, this is, a mature rated game. She was like, I don't care. That's what they want. That's what they're getting. I'm just like, wow, way to know what your kids are getting into.
America. So, Cal, does that answer your question?
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty interesting question. I'm glad we can get Riley's perspective on it.
Yeah. As
someone who actually has a child.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like right now.
That sounded kind of accusatory. Cal.
No, it didn't.
Well, I mean, put it this way, because I put stuff on TV and stuff with him now. When I get home from work, whether it's the Baby Einstein, I put that Baby Einstein stuff on a lot. He loves whenever he sees the bees buzzing around, he goes nuts. Or cats, loves cats. Imagine that. But it's like, I try to put different stuff on. Something that it's not going to drive me insane after watching it for like the 50th time, because a lot of the stuff, there's only so much children's programming or whatever you can watch before you've had enough. And I've flipped through some and go, oh, this looks fairly mellow, and it's like 5 minutes and I'm like, no, we're not going to watch that. But we already went through the entire the Star Wars, the animated one,
the Clone Wars.
We went through all of that already, and half the time he'd watch it, half the time he didn't care.
Well, at his age, he doesn't. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it's like like when we put watch Top Gear a lot, and it's like when it's on, as soon as the cars start going, he's all into it.
Oh my gosh!
I remember when I was little, I was like 8 or 9 when the original Doom came out in '94, and I remember my dad. We had bought a PC, post Commodore 64, a real computer, in like 1993. And so my dad got Doom when it came out, and I remember playing Doom with him, in the sense that he would be playing Doom at the computer, and I would be sitting next to him watching him play it.
Your mother.
I remember my mother didn't really like that, didn't like the idea for a 9-year-old watching his dad play Doom, but, my dad had no problem with it, and I thought it was a cool game, and it didn't, make me maladjusted at all. Well, okay. If I ever find myself on Mars when a portal to hell opens, I'll be well equipped to handle that situation.
There you go.
Just like if aliens ever invade the Earth, we have an entire generation of kids who know how to kill them.
It's
Send a virus into the computer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Did you ever see the video of the Independence Day zone recut it where they rickrolled the spaceship instead of putting in a virus?
Nope.
It is hilarious.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, you guys should check it out. It's really funny.
All right, so I think we're winding down, but we do need our 1 minute with Cal before we end for tonight. So, Rally, do you have a
I, I
topic?
I didn't have a topic. No, I was trying to think of something, and today, and I just I didn't have anything. So if you've got something, or if one of the guests have something,
Yeah, I was going to throw it to J Bar or Nanadel. Do you guys have
I
it?
have no idea what you're asking of us, but
you can. We have 1 minute with Cal is where we give Cal 1 minute to talk.
Answer.
Answer. 1 minute. It was because like I thought Cal's a really smart guy, and he knows a lot of stuff. So let's try and educate our listeners about something. And I was originally thinking because he knows a lot about politics and history and stuff like that, it'd be a good time to let Cal shine. And so, I mean, if you got anything,
Cal, what is your stance on Obama cutouts?
All right.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
All right, story of the Obama cutout. We had it on Wednesday night Grifball last night. It was behind this couch, looking over Goose's shoulder all night. Basically, I went to Union Station at one point in, I think it was 2008, even before the election, and they had cardboard cutouts of Obama, one of Michelle Obama. I think they had one of Sarah Palin. I don't think they'd one of John McCain. I think that was actually John McCain standing in front of the store. But they had the cardboard cutout, and I thought it was so cool. It was like, a cardboard cutout of a famous person. I think Goose had one of Legolas growing up. Yeah, so I was like, that's really cool. It's only $30, so I'm going to buy this cardboard cutout and bring it home and stand it up in the living room. And that way we can take pictures with it and, have a cardboard cutout of the president. So I bought it, brought it home. Goose said, no, that's staying out of the bedroom. Don't you dare put that in the bedroom. So it just was in our living room for a year or two. Our friends thought it was really funny.
Time.
And then now it's in the closet after we moved. It hasn't come out since Goose brought it out last night.
Yeah.
wait, so you paid $30 for a cardboard cutout of Obama?
Yeah!
And now Obama's in the closet?
Yep. No, don't tell the tabloids.
Oh my god, I don't know what's funnier.
Well, now we have a cardboard cutout of Obama and a cardboard cutout of Griff.
You should like cut the face, the head off, and put it on the Griff. Just
So I'm starting to think Goose has a fear of cutouts because the whole Obama thing, and then we had Griff in a corner in the Griff house, and it scared the crap out of her there too.
It startled me.
Yeah.
Nobody was supposed to be in that
past
room.
the bedroom, and there's 6-foot tall Griff standing there, punching you.
No, I have a fear of mascots. Cutouts are okay.
mascots, really?
Yeah, I was at Union Station one time, and they had the giant mascot things there that are like Teddy Roosevelt with the giant head.
From the Nationals.
Yeah, from the Nationals. And it started chasing me, and I just ran away. I had a bad experience with one when I was little, so
Except for Disneyland mascots, those are fine.
Yes, because there are associations with those.
We had Chester Cheetah walking around work yesterday.
Nice. All right, well, I think that's it for this episode of the Grifball Hubcast. Thank you very much to our handsome and what, Cal?
One more thing.
What?
We shipped out all the RTX swag on Monday.
Yes, we did.
So people should be getting that in the mail very soon, perhaps as today or Friday.
Soon.
So as you see it, tweet out some pictures or post in the forums and, show off your swag and let us know you got it safely.
Yep. Do that.
I haven't unpacked yet, Riley, so I haven't shipped yours out.
That's right. I have one thing. So at the RTX panel, there was the asking about the racing, whatever, and stuff. So Sean and I have talked it over. We are looking at bringing back the GRL. We're not exactly sure. Probably within the next week or two, we got to go over tracks and stuff like that. But we're looking at doing it Saturday mornings, which works out best for both of us. The only thing is, if you are listening to this and you would like to partake, please go into the forums and make yourself known. Let it be known that you want to, because that was one of the problems we had. Kind of why one of the things it kind of died off was just lack of participation. So getting, seeing that there is a decent amount of people that want to take part in it, not just like 2 or 3 people, will help bring it back much faster.
All right. Well, there you have it. So just to wrap things up, want to say thank you to our handsome, debonair, and talented guests, J-Bar and Nanadal.
I'm handsome.
Why is J-Bar first?
Did J-Bar just say my pants are up?
He said he's handsome.
Oh, handsome.
And
okay.
J comes before N in the alphabet.
You just pulled that out, didn't you? You're lucky that worked.
She's like, and A, B,
I know, 50-50 chance. It's alphabetical.
You're like A, B, C, D. Oh, pound gas.
Oh, that's why I'm always first one in the write-up. It's always Goose.
And Cal.
And then,
right.
because it's a G.
It's Goose, ... comma, space, pause.
Realistically, I'm just more important, Nando.
No, you're not really, actually.
But I am. I'm adorable.
You, like, RIP'd and everything.
The people love me.
Except
your
the
people
ones
need you and you
exactly.
abandon them.
Yeah, that's true. You left us, we don't have any AGLA podcast.
Getting a little spicy in here. And so we're going to call it right there. Let's see the podcast. Save it for the bleep bloops. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.